How is everybody doing? It's Margo Mastery, your heartfelt CFO. I'm going to take a hot minute and double check all of the technology. I trust you all are doing amazing. Let me know how everything is going. Awesome. Hello, hello, hello. I look forward to these lives. Each week, I come and I bring a topic that has been present with our clients. In case you are new to my channel, I own and operate Heartfelt CFO and Tax Services, where we help mental health business owners around tax, business, bookkeeping, entrepreneurship, and all of the in between. And today's topic is how to build a safety net, financial safety net for your practice. So, I've been wanting to do this topic for a while, as the element from a lot of the calls is how do I charge more for my private practice? How do I make sure that I'm charging the right amount? The insurances are not giving us enough money to cover expenses. So, taking this to a different level, I want to give you a few quick, important key items that will help you in this area. Now, nothing comes in entrepreneurship without trusting yourself. We can give you all of the tips in the world. We can give you the actions, the strategies, the structure, the blueprint. But if we don't start to trust ourselves within, it becomes where you think that the system is going to work against you instead of for you. Now, a lot of people think, or most business owners think, that there's this magic wand out there that could be waved on this area, and the tax solutions are going to save you money. But instead, what really needs to happen is disciplined actions around budgeting that will enable you to have a safety net for your finances and for your practice to grow and to thrive. So there's three pillars that I want to talk about, and let's jump in. The first one is having a savings account or having what's called an emergency fund. Now, easier said than done. Straps, your cash flow can be tight, but what has to happen is that something goes in there. Even if it's something as little as like $50, $20, it sounds like it's nothing, but it starts to move the needle of what needs to happen in order for that emergency fund to start. Now, let's say you had intentions around that savings account and things changed. Let's say you needed the money for other things, regardless of what your intentions are and other things coming up. The idea is that you have a place to go. The next part of this is leveraging credit lines wisely. We can go for uh, private loans, we can go for private credit, on our homes. We can go for a business line of credit. There's all different reasons and ways of what to try. But bottom line is, what's going to save you from generating this income off of your back is having a credit line to move the needle faster for growth, if that is where you are. Now, it could be that your practice is underwater because it's just behind already on bills and you want to catch up and have a strategic way to do things. The only way I would tell you to do that as a CFO is if somebody like myself was leading you to make sure that those monthly payments are paying down the credit line and that you are paying down your payables and that we're getting into a more current solution. The third one is to the next part of this actually is actionable steps around income generating activities. Now, actionable steps around income generating activities, it's kind of like, hey, Margot, I wait for the phone to ring. The insurance send me referrals. Let's start to dip into our income and let's start to see where our good referrals are coming from and do more of that. It's really as simple as that. So if you have hot insurances that are paying you consistently, that's who you want to work with. Maybe you find providers that are referral partners within that. It takes you away from lead generation activities that will require, let's say, like paid ads or Google ads, where you're going to need someone to manage it for you, and it's something beyond your area of expertise, or you're going to start to learn it. It starts to be far-fetched out there that it's really not a good way to grow your business. I had one business owner at a time when she was doing like 1.5, she was doing her own Google ads on top of seeing like 30 plus clients a week, and it was wild. She was always tired. She was in the middle of a divorce, and it was really like a nightmare to watch her because she was like so stretched. And thankfully, she was still doing her client sessions so well, but her cup was empty. And between these three parts, between having an emergency fund, leveraging credit lines, and actionable steps to increase income, it will allow you to have a support system that if you move the needles on these three pillars consistently, it will work for you over time. Now, when you automate, I don't know what's up with me today, when you automate and optimize the operations around the business, a big bottleneck that I see is the onboarding process. And what do I mean by that is that instead of like texting your client for Venmo and Zelle payments because you want to save on the credit card fee, you want to put everything into the onboarding documents so that everything is there up front, types of payments, what your scheduling system is for that, so that there's no questions after. You're not running after payments, the agreements are there, and it's upon the client to come to you and say that something is wrong or they need something different, or if you change things, you work together on it. You have like an operating agreement, an operating system for your business on how you work. Now, between these three methods, on top of taking your onboard process to automate it, you are going to have a robust financial system for your practice. I kid you not. Anytime I put this engine into any one of my clients' business, it 100-fold X in beyond their wildest dreams. Now, I've had clients who told me they didn't want to do credit lines, and what I say to you is that kudos to you, but if you're worried about cash flow, get it. You don't even necessarily have to take the money. Having access to cash is really just the security blanket to cash flow outside of you doing your income generating activities that over time accrue and build on each other, that will build your practice. Now, once you know which clients are coming from where, and it fills your practice of your values and your ideal client, that is going to be your blueprint. It's as simple as that. There's no magic system. There's no magic key system. It's these pillars with automating your onboarding system so that nothing comes between you and growing this practice. What I've seen over the years is that growing the practice is kind of like this pipe dream that wants to happen, but actually taking those steps is a lot harder than it than I think it should be, that I see with mental health business owners. Now, shooting on people is not even a good thing. However, what I want to share is that when you feed yourself, the system will feed you. So you can't prioritize your own mental health. You can't prioritize your own W-2, your own salary, unless you do the income generating activities along with these three pillars, which is having an emergency fund over time. Obviously, bigger amounts are better, but if that's not where you're at, do something so that the muscle is moving forward. Leverage credit lines wisely. Now, if you're behind and you want to use it to catch up, no problem, but only do it if you had somebody like myself to make sure that it's getting done, along with the actionable steps on income and automating to optimize your practice. You will have a robust system and you will thank me later. So feel free to send me any questions. As always, if you, I would love to help you. Comment below robust CFO system. Maybe that's a little complicated. Maybe do automate and delegate. To comment, you could even DM this. And let's talk where you are in this process. It's easy for me to tell you what to do, but let me meet you where you're at and help you take the next steps. Okay? I look forward to talking to you. I cannot wait to learn more about you all. And I love your shares on what you're doing. So please feel free to continue to do that. And when you share other people, it intrigues them and then it lightens them also to take action. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, any questions, let me know. And I look forward to talking to you all more.